So I told you yesterday that 90% of communication is actually nonverbal, right? Like 93% is really your facial expressions, your state, your energy, your tonality, etc. But communication is still very, very important. I'm going to show you here now what you need to do in the conversation so that you can have amazing conversations with women. So number one, there's kind of a 4-step process to having every interaction with women go from an approach to sex, basically. There's like 4 steps. The first step is obviously you want to approach her, get her attention, and hook her. Now, what does it mean to hook a girl? It means that you reach a point in the conversation where she wants you to stay. She wants you to stay more than she wants you to leave. When a girl wants you to stay and wants to talk to you more than she wants you to leave, that's when you reach the hook point. That's when you reach the point in the interaction where you sparked a bit of interest. So the first step to any interaction is grabbing her attention and hooking her. Now, the second step is once you hooked her, once you build a bit of rapport, then you want to build attraction and demonstrate high value. This is the number one step to actually starting to flirt and starting to have like a romantic connection. So that's the second step. And I'm going to show you how to demonstrate high value later. But you guys are already pretty valuable, so it's going to be easy to communicate your value once you hook her. And then the third step is you want to build investment and you want to control the frame of the interaction, because controlling the frame is super important. Framing things sexually and framing things romantically and being at the cause and not at the effect. I told you about that yesterday. Like, you always want to be at the cause. You don't want to react to her. You want to make her react to you. If you make her react to you, then you're going to be more in control in the interaction. Like, you're going to have more power in the interaction. So that's the third step. And then fourth is you want to lead her and then you want to close. That's the main, like, 4 steps. Now we're going to cover different things. Like in the Dating Accelerator program, I cover a structure with different things. So first you open. There's different types of opener. Then you hook. There's different types of ways to hook a girl, which I'm going to cover. Then you want to convey high value, as I said, like you want to demonstrate high value. Then you want to control the frame and qualify her. Then you want to sexualize and you want to lead and escalate things. And then you want to close. That's kind of the structure in a nutshell. I can show you here how it looks like in a chart. One second. I'm just going to show you the charts. Basically, it looks a bit like this. Like you open, first you open, then you hook, then you demonstrate high value, then we want to control the frame throughout the interaction, then you want to qualify, and then you want to sexualize, escalate, and close. And the order of these is ascending because you can't really sexualize if you haven't demonstrated some value and qualified her first. And you can't demonstrate some value if she's not hooked in and you didn't approach and you didn't open. So there's a gradual progression, to these things. And we're going to cover all these things together. Okay. So there's different things we're going to cover. So now in terms of openers, okay, the first step, opening, you remember the chart, the first step is open. In terms of opening, there's basically, you can go 2 routes. You can go direct or indirect, as we said. Okay. Now, direct, you have 3 types of direct openers. So direct is basically, hey, I saw you, I had to come say hi. That's direct. Then you have the compliments, which is, hey, I loved your style. I loved your whatever, your hair. I wanted to say hi as well. You give a compliment. And then there's the introduction, which is like, hey, how's it going? I'm Madeleine. Nice to meet you. That's like introduction. Or, hey, how's it going? I'm Daniel. What's your name? That's introduction opener. All of those are direct. Then you have the indirect opener. So you have the observational opener. Like, hey, I noticed you have this backpack. No. Are you a tourist here? Or, oh, I noticed you have this bracelet. Is it like from this festival, blah, blah? Like, it's indirect. You're commenting about something. You're observing something. You observe something about her. Then you have the functional opener. The functional opener is a bit of a pussy opener, to be honest, because what you do is you basically say, hey, do you know what the time is? Or, hey, do you know where the toilets are? Or, do you know where this closes? Like, it's functional. It's like, oh, hey, do you know a restaurant? Like, do you know where the Starbucks is? Like, it's a bit of a pussy thing, but it can get your foot in the door, basically, if you're shy. If you're shy, you can say, hey, do you know when this closes, and you don't risk anything. See what I mean? So it's like very indirect.
But you can switch from indirect to direct.
Yeah. Then once you get your foot in the door with the indirect, then you can switch. You can say, hey, actually, you know what? You're actually pretty cute. What's your name? Like you can switch. You see what I mean? So you can start with indirect if you're a bit anxious, and then you switch it up. And then you have the opinion opener. So this is what my friend Eric talked about, the opinion. Like, let's say you're in a store, okay? Let's say you're in a clothing store and you're choosing a jacket or something, and there's a girl that you want to approach. You can say, hey, I need a female opinion on something. Do you like this jacket? Is it good? Like, do you think it's good? She can give you an opinion, you know? I did this before as well, like the opinion. So in a nutshell, you have 6 types of opener, 6 types. Either direct opener, you have direct opener, compliment opener, introduction opener, then observational opener, then you have the functional opener, and then you have the opinion opener. That's the 6 types of opener that you can have forever. But what I recommend is you go with the direct one. Like just, hey, I know it's super random, but I just saw you. I wanted to come say hi. Most of the time, if you can, go direct. But if you are a bit shy or whatever, or the situation doesn't allow it, you can go indirect. Also, if you're in a closed space with a girl, like a train or an airplane, or like, let's say you're on an airplane and you have a girl sitting next to you, you don't want to do the super direct one because it's weird. Like you sit on a plane and you're like, hey, I just saw you. You look beautiful. I want to come say hi. Like you're not going to say that, right? Like you're sitting next to her on a plane. Yeah. So instead, you're going to be a bit more indirect. Like, hey, by the way, I noticed like on your ticket, you have you're flying to Los Angeles after, whatever. You can just like make it indirect, you know? Or hey, I just noticed like you have a bracelet from, is that like Tiffany & Co? Or whatever. Like you can just like, I don't know, make an indirect opener, you know? You can just make whatever you can, or you can just approach. You can say, hey, by the way, where are you going after this? No. Do you speak English? And direct opener can be, hey, do you speak English? And then you just go into it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. Now, one of the best transitions from an opener to an actual conversation is with a cold read. Like you basically make an observation about her. You say something like, hey, you know what? You don't seem from here. Like you seem from blah blah blah. Or you look like an artist. Like are you kind of an artist or a dancer or something? And you make an observation basically, because you can ask a question. It's okay to ask a question, but making a cold read is going to make the conversation instantly more interesting because you're guessing something about her. And people's favorite topic is themselves. Like people like to talk about themselves, right? And so if you make an observation about them, it really makes things interesting. So a simple cold read formula is like, you look like blah, 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 or you seem like blah, blah, blah. That's very easy to do. Now you can cold read on personality as well. Like you can say, oh, let me guess, like you look like the type of girl who's blah, blah, blah. I don't know. You can say, I mean, at some point in the conversation, we can say, oh, you look pretty independent, or oh, you look pretty adventurous. I like that. At some point, you know, or you look pretty open-minded. You can just make a cold read about that. That's also pretty good. Whatever you feel, she feels. So if you, as I said, if you feel anxious, if you don't feel good, if you feel stressed, she's going to feel that too eventually. Whatever you feel, she feels. That's the law of state transference. Because we all have mirror neurons. We all have basically neurons in our brains that mirror the other people's opinion in front of us. So if I feel bad right now, if I feel like super anxious, you're going to feel it eventually. It's going to rub off on you a little bit. But if I feel good, if I feel comfortable, then eventually you're going to feel a bit comfortable. And girls are very receptive to that. If you feel sexual in a sexual state, girls are going to feel it too. So it's very, very important to have the right state within so that she can feel it as well. Super important. Now, whenever you meet a girl, as I said, you have like some logistical questions you need to ask her in the first 5 minutes. You need to ask her, where are you from? Who are you here with? How do you guys know each other? What are you up to tonight? Or what are you up to this weekend? Stuff like that. Or what are her plans? And then if you meet a girl at a bar, you can ask her what she's doing the next day. When I meet a girl at the bar, I always ask her, what are you doing tomorrow, by the way? Are you gonna just chill, or do you have work or whatever? Because I want to know if because if she needs to wake up at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., then I know it's gonna be hard to pull her. But if she tells me, oh, I don't work tomorrow, just my day off, then I know it's very easy for me to pull her. Okay. So it's very important to ask what she does the next day if you're in a bar or something.
But these aren't only for nighttime. I mean,
This is like nighttime, but also daytime. You can ask her, like, what is she doing today? Where's she from? Like stuff like that. Okay. It's very important. Yeah. Now, one thing is very quickly, you want to demonstrate high value. Now, how do you demonstrate high value? Well, women are attracted to different traits, right? They're attracted to different things. So they're attracted to lifestyle. They're attracted to money. They're attracted to status. They're attracted to pre-selection. Like if they know that you have girls around you, etc., they're attracted to that. So you want to basically convey to girls that you have a lifestyle that's attractive. Show to women that you have a life that they would want to be a part of. So how do you show that? Well, when they ask you, what do? You don't want to say like, oh, I don't know. Right now, I don't have a job. Right now, I don't know. I'm just like looking for a job or whatever. You don't want to say that, never. Even if it's true, you don't want to say that. You always want to say something like, oh, I'm working on a big project, Right now I'm traveling, I have a business I'm doing, whatever. You always want to say something good. There's a funny thing where, like, basically there's a famous meme where it's like, I saw my boy across the bar tell girls he travels for work. That man delivers pizza. And it's basically that, like, even if you work at Starbucks or you work at McDonald's, you never want to say, oh, I just work at McDonald's. No, you want to say, yeah, right now I work with one of the biggest fast food chains in the world. I'm managing the fast food chain, whatever. You just want to make it cool.
yeah, but sorry, at some point it will become.
Yeah. At some point it will become a bit obvious, but you can still frame it in a good way. You don't want to say like, oh, I'm just like working at McDonald's, cooking burgers all day, or like at the kitchen at McDonald's. Like, you want to make it cool. You want to say, yeah, I work at a fast food chain. I'm collaborating with a fast food chain, whatever. You can say collaborating. Instead of saying working for, you can say, oh, I'm collaborating with them. I'm managing the fast food chain. You see what I mean? Like, you want to frame it good. It's very important. You also want to show the girl that you travel, and which is true. You travel a lot. You can say like, oh, a few months ago I was in Las Vegas. I'm working with a company that's worldwide. I travel a lot. You can say that. It's true. Yeah. You too. You can say you travel a lot. So never devalue yourself. Like, never say, oh, I'm unemployed. I don't know anyone. I don't have a job. I don't know what to do. You always want to show girls that you have a vision and that you have a good situation, because otherwise they don't want to stay with you. They don't want to stay with a loser, Like, they want to be with a guy that has his shit together. So it's very, very important. You don't want to lie, but you want to embellish the truth. If the truth is not good, you want to embellish it a little bit.
Yeah.
Myself, I don't need to lie. I mean, it's true. Like, I can tell the girls, like, yeah, right now I have my business, I travel, I help my clients, and that's it. That's what I say. If they say, what business? Then I can make it fun. I can say, yeah, right now I work in the porn industry. I do porn actor or whatever. That, if I want to make it fun, like you saw yesterday, I said that sometimes. But otherwise, I can just say, yeah, I help my clients online. I just say that.